Do you know what each document in the budget represents? Which documents are mandatory and which are not? I will tell you all about it in today's Learn the Budget with ET video. I'm Neha Vashisht Mahajan. Let's start the video. Number 1. Annual Financial Statement. This document is mandated by Article 112 of the Constitution of India, as it shows the estimated receipts and expenditures of the government for the next financial year along with the actual numbers for the current financial year. Number 2. Demands for grants. This document has each ministry's demands for funds that it needs for the next financial year. Article 113 mandates that the estimates of the expenditure be included in the annual financial statement and is required to be voted by the Lok Sabha. This document is presented to the Lok Sabha along with the annual financial statement. Each ministry or department presents one demand for grant along with any aid given to states and UTs, loans and advances related to a scheme. These demands make up the appropriation bill, which when passed enables the government to access the Consolidated Fund of India. Number 3. Fiscal Policy Statements. Now this document is divided into two parts: Macroeconomic Framework Statement and Medium-Term Fiscal Policy Fiscal Policy Strategy Statement. Both are presented to the Parliament under Section 3 of the Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management, which is FRBM Act. The first part has an assessment of the growth prospects, GDP growth rate, domestic economy, stability of the external sector of the economy, and the fiscal balance of the central government. The second part sets out the 3-year rolling targets for fiscal indicators in relation to GDP at market prices, namely fiscal deficit, revenue deficit, primary deficit, tax revenue, non-tax revenue, and central government debt. The statement includes an assessment of the balance between revenue receipts and revenue expenditure and the use of capital receipts, including market borrowings. It also outlines for the existing financial year the strategic priorities of the government relating to taxation, expenditure, borrowings, guarantees, etc. Number 4. Expenditure Budget. This contains detailed information about all the expenditure the government plans to make. In the expenditure budget, the estimates made for a scheme or a program are brought together and shown on a net basis on revenue and capital basis in one place. Number 5. Receipt Budget. This contains details of how the government plans to raise the money from different sources. It mainly provides details of tax and non-tax revenue receipts and capital receipts and also explains the estimates. Number 6. Budget at a glance. It is a synopsis of the main budget numbers with charts and tables such as deficit statistics, transfer of resources to states and UTs, budget profile, receipts, expenditure and outlay on major schemes. Number 7. Memorandum explaining the provisions in the Finance Bill. This document helps in understanding the taxation proposals contained in the Finance Bill, their provisions and implications. Number 8. Output-Outcome Monitoring Framework. This shows the outputs and outcomes in measurable terms so that agencies that are involved in government schemes can be held accountable. Number 9. Key Features of Budget. This document is a summary of the economic vision of the government and the major policy initiatives, major milestones achieved in fiscal consolidation and management of the government finances, along with key budget proposals for the fiscal year 2023-24 are also included in the document. Lastly, number 10. Implementation of budget announcements. This document summarizes the status of the implementation of the goals and targets set by the FM in the budget speech in the previous year. It helps the reader evaluate the current year's budget proposals.